maybe show you a couple of things that we do in our middle school and high school so that when those kids get here, they have a little better understanding and they're not behind. And, you know, a lot of people have always, you know, it started out, the kids that we're coaching now and the kids that I've had the past 5 or 6 years were kids that we started with where you all are at, in 2nd and 3rd grade, and we've coached them all the way through, and they have run the same drills, bless their heart, from the time they was in kindergarten, 1st grade, through middle school. By the time they got to middle school, they could run their own practice pretty much. Shannon didn't have to do much, but a quote the other day I heard was, you know, repetitions take away doubt. Kids have done it so much, and they've done it so much that when they get out here, there's no doubt about whether they can do it or whether they can't do it. And that's something we truly believe in. And so we've got basically this thing here. This is a kind of an outline or a guideline of some of the things we did every day. I mean, we've done this every day since they were in kindergarten. Like I said, once they get to me, I throw some wrinkles in it just to kind of keep them attentive and not let them get kind of spacey on me and to where they got to think a little bit. So we try to do a little bit, change a few things here and there, but for the most part, believe it or not, we still do a lot of this stuff every day in practice. And Martin, you're going to scan this, and what did you say?
I will send it out to the school reps, and they can pass it along to all your coaches.
Okay, and if y'all want to take a picture of this after it's over or whatever, but I'm going to run these guys through a little bit of this just to get them loose, and then we'll talk about some offenses, and then we'll do some questions and answers. If y'all got questions, if you've got how do we do stuff and different things like that, okay? Let's go, fellas, down here on the baseline with the ball. First thing we do most times is full court ball handling. This is where we don't only work on ball handling, we're working on pivoting at the same time. Hey, we're going to be right-handed when we get to the baseline. We're going to front pivot, okay? So, like I said, we're working on 2 things at once. We're working on ball handling, we're working on jump stop, which is a skill coming to rest, and then a front pivot here, okay? Right-handed, go. Head up. Go left-handed, alternate hands, and then we'll crossovers, free throw, half court free throw, go. That's free throw line. Dribble at all those lines. Also, a ball handling drill that we do a lot of is Kentucky ball handling, and this is one they hate it because they got to stay in a stance. They got to keep the ball below their knee. But you start out with something real simple: inside out crossover. Go. Let's go to half court. We got this drill from Roger. Then hold up. Get to the one end, you stop, you change it. Now we go inside out, then stop, between the legs. Hand up, all over. Every step you're wanting them to change the hands and change the directions of the ball. And then, so then after you do that, then you do behind the back. Inside out, behind the back. Everything starts from the inside out. Then you add the crossover to everything. So inside out, crossover between the legs. Inside out, crossover between the legs. Halfway there, you change hands. So you start with something else. Then after you do that with between the legs, behind the back, all that, then you put it all together. Inside out, crossover between the legs, behind the back. So that would be our Kentucky ball handling series. Then we'll go to across the middle, fellas. Put that up. Let's go 2 balls on one side, like we're going to do at a younger age.
We did Thunder. Going 2 balls over here.
ball's over here. The passing line's over here. This is what we call across the middle. Get two lines. Kids going to come across the middle, catch it, pump fake, shoot a layup. Here you go. You go both ways. You'll shoot a right-hand or left-hand layup, and the next time you shoot a right-handed layup. One dribble pull up, guys. One dribble pull up. Pull off the play pattern, pull off the play pattern.
Right hand.
Pull up, just like that. Good. That's our across the middle. Like I said, you do each one of them twice. Come to the 3-point line, Jay. Once you get first and second grade, you're going to keep it at the free throw line. First, second, third grade. Fourth and fifth, by the time you get to fourth and fifth, you're going to be catching it at the 3-point line. One dribble pull up from the 15-footer. And then, depending on your skill level and how strong your kids are, you may shoot the three eventually. We do it in middle school, but in the elementary, you may not do that as much. Also, another shooting drill we do. A lot of this is based on, you all don't have 6 baskets. You all don't have a whole gym. A lot of times you all have one team on one end and one team on the other end, and you've got one basket to work with. So that's why a lot of this you can do in a half court, cross court with the ball handling, and then that's a good shooting drill to start with. Tuck shooting underneath. Make sure you count 1 through 10. Okay? Count, you make 10 you make 10 layups. Then we back up to the first hash, the third hash, and then the elbow. And we make 10 at each spot. And then eventually you get way back up to the 3-point line. You're working on keeping some of the ball here, you're working on keeping the line, clear the ball where it's supposed to be clear, all those things that, it's not just going through the most hard. Dog. 8. 9. 10. I'll show you real quick, and this is more 4th and 5th grade than it is 2nd and 3rd. Because when you get to 4th and 5th grade, you can spread it out a little bit. And this is also more of so you kind of, the kids might know this. When they get to us, this is one of the first things that Colton's going to do with them in 6th grade, is what we call our motion shooting. Because in 6th grade we run a lot of what we call motion, but to be honest. And this isn't going to be real popular as it was 4 years ago, but it's a lot of them dribble drive from California. But at this age, people struggle with it because people put it on the So we got a corner. Just 2 lines. In the corner and on the guard line. So if you're at the top, you're trying to get to the elbow. And he wants to jump outside here. This guy on here is going to catch this ball outside here so that it's not a handoff. When he catches it, go Blake. When he catches it here, I catch it here, and then I'm going this direction. They can't switch it. Now I'm going downhill. Whereas if I come here, that guy's just going to step there and take me, and then it's not as effective. Okay, so you got to make sure you keep them spacing. So I come off here. The first one is a layup. Here we go. This guy catches it, goes shoot the layup. Right here. And the next guy goes. Come around the corner until they stop. The pull up. do that on both sides. Then we do it from the top as well. We do it where we drive to the nail. Do that real quick. Just go on the left. Here we go. Get to the nail, hand it off, just like that. And another thing, we got to be outside the line. You got to pitch it. We just teach them to get downhill here, and you can teach kids to get to that point. We've always had a lot of success. That's good on that. Last thing, we did a lot of it, at this age, you can't do enough of it, in my opinion, is to teach them to play 2-on-2, which we've been doing right here with the motion thing, the 2-on-2 type of game. But the next thing, when I was coaching youth league, we did drills. We never really put in an offense, and I had parents coming and asking me when we was going to put in an offense, and worried about offenses and defenses. At this age, you teach them to dribble, pass, and shoot, and the offense takes care of itself. You understand? And the more drills you do, and the more you teach them to play in these situations and put them in these situations where they're going to read and react, the better you're going to be. It's not about, well, I saw this, and I saw Kentucky run this, and we're going to put this in. Probably not. Okay? It's just probably not the way it's going to work. The more you can put them in simple things, the better off you are. And so one of the things we always did was give me a line on this elbow, ball up top. Right here. Right here. What we would teach is this guy's on this on here. We would teach come set the screen on the guard line. And I'll talk to you about some spots on the floor here in a minute, but we're trying to set this on the guard line and hold. Now what we're teaching is two things. One, he's got to stay until he gets here. Two, they got to go shoulder to shoulder. Okay, we got to roll, because if not, people are going to get through here and this guy's going to step out and get the illegal screen or all that good stuff. Okay, so if Tanner's here, when he comes through, Blake is going to open his shoulder. We're not turning, we're not sprinting like this. Okay, we don't just turn and run. We got to roll. And the reason being is this: when he comes off here and hits him, he's going to roll him into me and he can take it off. So the first one, he comes off, shoots layup. Second one, he takes it, he hits the bounce pass, and then the third one, he hits the jumper. But the key is you get one dribble if you're going to pass it. Okay? If you come off there and you take more than one dribble, you're not passing it anymore. It's either a shot or you're reversing it and something else is happening. But we teach them one dribble, okay, if they're looking to pass it. So, here we go. Like that. Now he goes that line, he goes that line. Here we go. Hit the road, Jay. Hit the road, Jay. Like that. And then the last time he would come on. We teach kids these things, these drills, and you can put them in 4-out situations and 5th situations. Blue, so I'm getting ready to show you. You'll see how that ends up translating into offense for you without, and your kids have already been in that situation, so they know what to do. All right, we talked a lot about, put this down here on the baseline. Just put the ball on the baseline real quick, and then we'll get, you need them again. Talked a lot about offense, but defensively too, you got to work on that. And go in this corner. Blake, Tanner, go. First time we do this, we do it without actually guarding anybody. We're all in a line. The first guy goes, he's going to the elbow and then to half court, and he's just sliding. He's in a stance, his butt's low, his hands are out, and you're not guarding either, he's just in a line. So Blake's going there, he's going there, go, follow. And we go all the way down. Then come all the way back on the other side. Thumbs down, our hands out, chest up, all those things. We're back down, so we do that on the other side. The next time, throw the ball in. Now you're going without the ball. keeping feet here and here. He's staying in front of me, and I'm just going to walk him. If he's working on staying in front of me, and when he gets here, he's going to show me his numbers, show me his chest, and he's going to pivot. Okay? He's not going to turn. If Blake's working, I'm working Blake defensively. I'm going to get to this line, and this is my bounce line. I'm going to show it, I'm going to turn it, I'm going to pivot, and I'm going to take it the opposite direction. Try to see how many times you can turn him. Okay, here we go. Now, then we go with the ball. Get a ball, Blake. Next step in that is to get a ball. Go. Hands off, hands out, just like that. You zigzag. Take some guard the ball. The next step is to put them in between the free throw lines. They have to stay in between the free throw lines. And you teach them to guard 3 feet each direction. So Blake's out the ball, Tanner, when Tanner taps it, that means it's live. And they're going to try to go. Now, if he goes outside this line or outside that line, and imagine they connect, then he's out of bounds. So he's got to stay in. So Tanner knows if he can beat him here and turn him, and get there and turn him. And the goal for Tanner is to see how many times he can turn him between here and there. They don't shoot it on the other end starting out, they just turn it. Okay? And then we eventually get to shooting, and then we eventually get to the whole floor. But it's how many times can he turn him, and Blake's trying to get by. Here we go. Just like that. Hurt. Good, Blake. They've got it. Good. Good. Be loud. Keep them to move their feet. Our guys right now are real handy. We had a referee in here in about 2 months. So it's been the hand call that most days. Alright, that's alright. Now, then you all will never get to this, but they want to do it. So I'll let them do it. Whole floor. They got the whole floor now. Then you got to yell out of the box out when it comes. Alright, so that's your one-on-one drill, and then you can build up to 2-on-2. I mean, you can ask these guys, starting the year, we do that drill every day, and we slide, and then we eventually get into that, and then we build to 2-on-2 and to 3-on-3. But for you all, you just can't do that drill enough, in my opinion, because you're working on 2 things. The guys are having to work on their ball handling, and they're working against somebody that's actually like in a game, and then defensively you're trying to work on that as well. So, last thing defensively, then we'll look at a couple offenses and then take questions. I know you guys' time is valuable, and I don't want to keep you any longer. And I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but if you've got any questions, I'll give you you can call me anytime or anything like that. But last thing we're going to talk about real quick, shell drill, and give me 4 maroon and 4 white. This is, I don't know if it's still this way in the youth league, but it sparked a lot of battles over the years about what was zone and about what was man. And one year, I was coaching, and a guy come up to me and he said, "I'm standing on 4 of mine in that corner, and I'm putting 1 over here, and if you've got anybody on this side of the floor, we're fighting." And I was like, man, okay, but my guys are going to be there. Because it's not zone, it's help side, okay? And when my dad first came back to coaching in 2001 or 2, you know, we were having to teach all that you've just seen and this as a freshman coach. We don't have to do that anymore. And, you know, Blake Burton has reaped the benefits of that. Cole's reaping the benefits of the job that we have done and you guys are doing every day. And it starts here being with, you know, when you can teach them this at a young age, then it's review for us and we get through it a lot quicker. If I got to spend 3 weeks teaching shell, then I'm never getting to how we're going to guard ball screen or how we're going to do anything else, you know. So this is one of the biggest things that you can teach, in my opinion, at this age. And you may not get there second and third. We used to try to teach it at second and third. I know sometimes it's like just stay in front of your guy. I get that. I know what that world's like. But if you can get to this point, and you just got to keep these things in mind, okay? When you're one pass away, you're denied, okay? Levi's 1 pass away, so he's up and denied. Brady's 1 pass away, he's up and denied. Parker is 2 passes away, so he has 1 foot in the lane. Okay? He's got 1 foot in the lane so that if they were to pick it up and throw it, he can get there and be guarding his guy by the time he gets there. But he's also close enough that if this guy gets by him, he can go him. Okay? That's help. He's on help side right now, what we call help side. Ball goes to the corner. Now Adam's 2 passes or 1 pass away, so he's still denied. Levi's now 2 passes away, so he's got a foot in the lane, but he's 1 step lower than the ball and his man if there's a line there. He's not in the line because if he's in the line, it's harder for him to look at the ball. If I'm looking at the ball, Jay's going to backdoor me. If I'm looking at Jay, and that guy goes and dribbles, I can't see that. So I got to be 1 step. He got to be wherever that 1 step for him is to where he can point it both. Okay? And that's what you just got to take the time and you do it real slow and you make them stand there and do this. Okay? If you want to get good at this. Okay? If you want your kids to have a chance. That's what you got to teach them. Parker is the same thing. Now he's 3 passes away. So he is all the way in the middle of the lane, and he's deep enough where he can point it both. Okay? Ball comes back out, rotate it around, 1 pass, there you go. Now, Braden's all the way there, Tanner's all the way there, they got a point. Okay, that's the shell drill enough. You know, get the basic. You can get into driving the ball and how you're going to rotate and do all that, but the big thing is we teach is this. The ball doesn't go to the middle. So when Levi's here, he's not forcing it there. He's not dead square where he can go either direction. He's forcing everything to the sideline in the corner. Same thing with this guy in the corner here. Okay, once it gets down there, that's where we're trying to keep it. All right, teach kids that because good people play in the middle of the floor. So if you can keep them from getting in the middle of the floor, you're going to be ahead of the game there as well. Okay, Coach, anything? Before I move on and show you a couple things, basic man things and a couple of zones. Is there any questions about anything we've talked about or anything I've done or any drills so far or anything like that?
You incorporate boxing out into that?
We do. And that's a good point. Here's the deal. So what we teach when we're boxing out is this. When you're on the perimeter versus the post, it's 2 different things, okay? When you're on the perimeter, we teach, Coach Bugs, come out here. We'll have a coach, instead of the players shooting, what we'll do is have a coach shoot. And we yell shot. When the shot goes up, we teach this. He doesn't change until he comes to him, okay? When Jay comes at the ball, I'm going to make contact. And whichever way Jay goes, I step into Jay. So if he goes that way, I step into him, box him out like that. If he goes the other, I'm still stepping, I got to step into him. If I'm here and I try to back pivot into him, it's never going to work. It comes into the front pivot, back pivot thing that we did in the full court handle, okay? So I'm going to front pivot into him. Now, when you get down in here, okay, when you get down in here, you're going to back reverse pivot. When the shot goes up, I'm going here and I'm going there to push him out. Because I don't have I don't have time to wait for him to come into me. I've got to go ahead and pivot and push him out and hold him out of there whichever way I can. Okay? But yes, we will box out of that as well every day too. Good question. Anything else? Out of the shell. Okay. Three stops and go. Yeah, we have at the high school, we do 3 stops and go, and they hate it. They have to get 3 stops before they can go the other way, and that drives them nuts. All right. Basic man stuff, and we'll go through that real quick. Blake, we're going to have blue. Blue is real basic. It's 4 out, 1 in. And we've run it since my dad was here in the 80s. I mean, we won a state championship with it in 86, and we're still running it today, and it still works, so it's pretty good offense. What it boils down to is this. It's a 5, Levi, it's a 2, it's a 3, Jay get in that corner. All right, the rest of y'all step off. So, your forwards, your 1 and your 2 are going to be on the guard lines. The guard line is this. If this free throw line extended and you went all the way to that free throw line down there, same way here, that's the guard line. And you want your 2 guards on the guard line 12, 15 feet apart. When you're in blue, your forwards are going to be 1 step above the block. Okay? You got 1 step above the block, where this is a 12 to 15 foot pass as well. The rules for blue are real simple. If you go guard to forward, you cut. If you go guard to guard, you don't cut. Okay? So if Blake throws it to Tanner, there's no movement. Tanner throws it back, there's no movement, which we don't want to do that much. That's just ball reversal. Blake throws it to the corner, he's going to cut the opposite corner, everybody's going to fill up. Fill up to the guard line, fill up to the guard line. Levi's just following the ball. Okay? We can throw it in the post, we throw it in the post, reverse it. Okay, reverse it, he's following it right there. Okay? That's real simple. Throw it cut. It just teaches kids spacing, keeps you spread out, and you throw it and you get ball reversal and that defense is shifting and people are running at you, you'll get drives to the basket and drops off to the 5 and stuff like that. So that's basic blue. Okay? We also have what we call motion, which we did the motion shooting a minute ago, where we got to the nail. Motion is light blue. It starts 4 out with 1 in. 4 guys on the perimeter, 1 in. Blue, the guy follows the ball every time. In motion, he stays opposite the ball every time. And what you're trying to do is, first option is always for this guy to just get all the way to the rim. Remember John Wall? There it is. The other day, that's exactly where it comes from. Tyree Evans, Derrick Rose, all those guys getting downhill. I get downhill. If this guy doesn't stop me, I go shoot layups until he stops me. Okay? Once he stops, if he can't stop me, then I'm helping. Here comes Jay. When I'm helping off Levi, that's going to be where the first probably help comes from, and that's against left. You'll be surprised how many of that guy, if your first guy can whip his and go to the basket, that's where you're going to get a lot of baskets first. Then, when he comes here, Levi's got to stay home. Tanner's guy comes and helps. Tanner's going to lift. Just like we did in motion shooting. He's going to hit him on the wing. And then here he comes trying to get downhill. It's the same thing, whether it's a shot or whatever the help is. And it just, if he goes, say I get tired of him going down the sideline, I get tired of him taking it to the 5, I send him to the middle and the help comes there, then Blake's going to get it coming downhill. And all it is wherever you throw it, that's where you replace. So Blake was here, and Jay gives him the ball, and Jay's coming here. Jay throws it to Blake, let's say he comes all the way, he goes to the nail, he gets him there, he's going all the way to that corner, Levi's going to go there, and here we come on the drive hard to the middle, and we play off that again. That's our motion series. And then the last one, what everybody runs, it's some form of fist. This regular fist. With regular fist, somebody got in corner, somebody got on the block, it doesn't matter who it is. You're going to take your big guy, just like we did in the shooting drill a minute ago. These guys are going to come off here. We're going to set this in regular fist. We're going to set it more in the middle. He's going to roll hard, come off there. He's going to roll hard, and that guy's going to lift. Okay? Take the help away. And looks there. That's fist. Like I said, they come straight out of one of the drills that we do. And when that guy comes off, you want to get a shooter in the corner. The blade comes off here. You got to have him on the roll. He can't get downhill because Jay's got help. Then you got that guy in the corner for the 3 or the pull up, whatever it is. And then, so that's against man. Those things are against man. Any questions about that? I mean, those are 3 of the basic things we're going to teach our 6th graders. They can probably run that tonight if they can't run nothing else. That's what he's going to do the first month with them. Just because it teaches them to, I mean, you're just using your skills to play. And then we'll go, we have a ton of greens, but green 1 is at your level. A lot of times it's going to be enough. You're going to have a high post and a low post and 2 wings. You just got to learn. Zones aren't so much about what are you doing with your people or where you at, as much as it is teaching kids to take up space and use a ball fake and look at a spot. You know, Blake's going to throw this ball in there. You know, what we teach, we talk to our kids. If I want to throw it to Blake, then I got to fake it to Tanner, make that guard bite, and then I'm going to throw it there. Or if I want to throw it to Tanner, and it may not go the first time, I may fake here, and if it ain't there, then I may have to reverse it. Jay's always, we teach our kids against zone, and our varsity still doesn't do a great job of this, but we still try to teach them. When you catch on the wing, you first look is you look at the 5. Okay? And almost everything that we run, we have someone either on the block, or baseline short corner every time. And so we want to look here first. If we can throw it in there, we throw it in there, or we're going to throw it there. Now, a lot of times what's going to happen is if I've got this ball and I fake it here, I fake it there, and I can't throw it there. When I throw it there, that's when it's going to go right into the middle. Okay? Play it, and then you're going to play high low corner. Hit the baseline and hit him diving at the rim. I'm this guy in the middle of the zone, the ball goes there, I turn. Green series is a 1-3-1 set most of the time. It changes when you're playing against a 2-3 zone. Good rule of thumb is if they're on 1-2-2, you want to be in blue. If they're worried so much about X's and O's at this age, teach kids how to play. We haven't run anything special. We never have. We just play. In my opinion, that's where your time needs to be spent. Not running. It's about having, like my dad said, it ain't X's and O's, it's Jimmy's and Joe's. Any questions so far about any of this? Like I said, put the balls up, I'm still talking. I said, I've been where you're at, where I was. I know where you're at, and I know the struggles, and I know how, we'd always grown up in this and kind of had a background in it, but probably better, I'll be honest, I don't do a good job answering the phone during the day, and I practice 606.